All right, we're live. Sweet, we figured it out. All right, so we are talking about running for pink and what it looks like, and this is Ange, or Angela Roper, and she is going to lay it all out for us. You're on.
Okay. Hey, ladies. Okay, so this month is all about reaching our goals for pink. So we know that the goal is pink. We want to get there. If you're white, if you're yellow, right, that's the first major leadership milestone, and that's where we want to head. That's the direction. But then there's always the question of how. So the best thing to do when we're talking pink and getting there is to create a roadmap. Having that roadmap, having that how laid out for us is going to literally step by step lead us there. One thing I want to say to preface that is that sometimes it's almost human nature, right, to look for a shortcut, to look for an easy way. A lot of times if you try to find a shortcut, you're going to get lost. And sometimes things that take some effort and take some work, actually most times, those are the things that are worth it. So this is something that it's going to take some time, right? It's going to take some investment. And when you do that, you're going to get the return on that investment. So that's huge. So our goal, getting to pink, getting to blue and beyond, and now our how. So the how is, are you ready? If you're in Team Nourished, you've heard this a million times, and here I go with it again. The how is parties. Parties are the bread and butter, the foundation of our business. Our entire business is laid out on the party plan. There are lots of parties, different party methods, different ways of going about doing parties. Some people love in-home parties. Some people are more a woo-woo, Georgia. Some people are more of the online party type. Either way, even if you do in-home, even if you do online, there are different ways of going about those, and you're going to find your way. In looking for your way, though, there are those who came before you, and we have the tools to offer. So if you are in Georgia's success line, that also means that you're in my success line. That means that you're in Team Nourished. So in Georgia's team page, I'm not positive on what material she has to offer, so I can't speak on that. I'm sure she can fill us in after I chat about the details. But I know in Team Nourished that there are 2 online party methods that are laid out for you. They're trainings. One is a training. The other one is a training, if you will, I guess, however you want to look at it that way. So the first is the Tag Team Party Peeps. The Tag Team Party Peeps literally launched. Breanne Kerr, who's my sponsor and your Black Status Upline, it launched her business, and they launched my business as well, taking their party training. And I'm going to expand on that just a little bit. They believe that you do events. They share about doing your parties and events. Now, there's another method, and I called it the Video Beauty Bar. It's by another presenter, Cara Lewis Newton, and she created this method herself, which kind of goes to show that you guys can get creative and create your whole new method if you want to do that. So check out the Tag Team Party Peeps. Check out the Video Beauty Bar. Tag Team Party Peeps is step 5 in their training, is step 5 in the pinned post on Team Nourished, and their hostess coaching is step 9 on the pinned post in Team Nourished. So just go to Team Nourished, click on the pinned post, and you're going to be able to locate it. The Video Beauty Bar training is in the Team Files in Team Nourished. So if you go to the Team Files, just look for Video Beauty Bar or About Parties. Both are located there. The Tag Team Party Peeps training maybe is going to take you an hour. Right? Get out your pen, get out your paper, sit down and be thorough in your training, and I'm about to tell you why. And then go to the Video Beauty Bar, head to the bottom, and you can just review it. It's a real quick look once over, right? And you can watch some videos and kind of tune in and get some inspiration, get excited, right? Because you're going to watch these and you'll be like, oh, wow, I can do that. Or, whoa, this is kind of scary and intimidating, but maybe it's going to be a lot of fun, and I have those butterflies, I'm totally doing it. So maybe you're going to find that you prefer in-home. That said, I still suggest trying online parties. I prefer online. That said, I've still tried in-home parties. All right, we're going to find our niche by doing. Now, in doing, you're going to find that not all of your parties are going to be qualified parties, and not all your parties are even going to sell. You are going to have some parties that are like Mwah, mwah. But here's the deal. Yes. Here's the deal. If your party sells nothing and you network with 10 women versus your party selling $1,000 or 1,000 PRS, depending on what country you're in product, and you network with 0 women, the latter is a flop, not the former. The one where you're networking and selling 0 is an absolute goldmine. And that's because networking is key in network marketing. Networking is where you're going to be able to expand your market. You're going to find new hostesses. If you network with 10 women, you have 10 more opportunities for 10 more parties and all the more sales and all the more hostesses and all the more potential presenters to help you grow your organization. So I am going to share with you, because it's what I have to go off of, my personal history with my first month with Unique. I actually have it pulled up here, and I'm going to click to it. And the reason I'm sharing this is because I want to show you what it would... I'm a work-at-home mommy. I want to show you what it would have looked like if I had had flops, so to say, parties with, not many sales, and I had been like, you know what? Parties aren't for me, this business isn't for me, I can't do this, right? Obviously I didn't. I'm an exclusive purple, still rocking it out. But if I had, I want to show you what would have happened. So I started in July of 2014, and I remember very differently than I'm looking on my back office right now. And I remember that I had my launch party right away. Whoever, would you guys mind muting your microphones? I'm hearing feedback from myself.
Uh-oh.
Sorry
I
about
don't know how to do that.
Up at the top, there's a little microphone. You can just push it.
No, I can't hear you if I mute it.
You can't hear you can't hear me? Oh, there, Rachel, you're muted. Good, good. Okay. So, there we go. Can you still hear me, Georgia? Nod if yes. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So, yes, my first, I remember having my launch right away. And I'm looking at it right now in my back office on another tab. It turns out I didn't have my launch right away. This was almost 2 years ago, so imagine, yeah, I remember a little bit differently. But what actually happened, and it's really neat to go back and see, at Travis Roper, my husband is chiming in, forgive me. What actually happened is that I registered as a presenter on July 8th, 2014. On July 16th, 2014, I had not yet received my kit. I know that very well because I didn't get it for 2 full weeks. But I did have my first party, and it was not my launch party. It was for a friend of mine, Sharon Strickland. Her party did not qualify. But guess what? Her party led to more parties, and additionally, Sharon Strickland ended up becoming a presenter. That was my first party. My second party was with a friend of mine, Anne Marie. Her party... Go talk to Daddy about it. Her party... forgive me, you guys. Just give me 1 second. Her party did not even come close to qualifying. This one was 3 days later. I started that one from when I started Sharon's. I had no idea what I was doing. I had absolutely no party training. I just knew I was excited, and I really wanted to jump in. So that party, yeah, no. However, I networked. I booked more parties, and Anne Marie ended up becoming a presenter in my downline. Go one more day ahead on July 20th. A friend of mine, Samantha Bellina, had a party. It did qualify, you guys, which is super exciting. I specifically remember this party qualifying because Samantha, the hostess, bought everything. She bought from her party. Otherwise, her party would have had 0 sales, but it did qualify because of her purchases. I did network. I did work to book more parties from her party, and as it turned out, Samantha, again, was someone who became a presenter in my downline. So you can see clearly the pattern that's being laid out here. When we party, we book more parties. When we party, we sponsor. So this is booking and networking is leading to some sales, okay, before I had taken some sales, but even more, a growing organization, and the future for more sales by expanding my network and getting more hostesses. My fourth party was with a friend of mine, Angela Russell. This party, it worse than didn't qualify. It sold one mascara, and that mascara I sold to Angela herself. Again, my hostess bought it. Again, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just excited. I wanted to share. So, 3 out of 4 parties were what you could consider a flop. However, as we can clearly see by the number of presenters that they turned into and connections made, they were not flops at all. And I kept rocking it. Now, I could have said at that point, before any of these women registered as presenters, before I even had my launch, I could have said, this isn't working. None of these parties are qualifying. Nobody is buying. None of the people who are attending are even interested. I could have not networked at all. I could have, honey, can you get the baby? Travis, baby, give me just 1 second, you guys. Give me just 1 second. I'm so sorry. Work at home, mommy life. Okay. So yes, I could have said forget it. 4 parties, all of them technically the way I could have seen it at the moment flops. However, I didn't. I then heard someone talking about doing a launch party. I'm so sorry. Once again, give me just 1 moment. Okay, so I had heard about doing a launch party. This was about 2.5 weeks in. I got the basic idea of it. I knew that your launch is basically a grand opening. So I'm like, okay, right on. I'm still excited. I'm still very new. I went ahead and I opened up a party. 3 days into this party, my sponsor, Brianne Kerr, called me, super excited, and she said, Angela, oh my gosh, okay, I just heard about these women. They're supposedly network marketing party gurus. They're amazing. They're having a training. So this is the tag team party peep she was discussing, and they used to do their trainings in live. So you would attend this training, you would on the phone, you had your computer on an event, and they would walk you through the training itself. Now they have them recorded. We have access to it on our team training website, which is fantastic. So all of you can access it. So Bree was super excited. She said, Angela, you got to get on there. I'm going to be on there. It's tonight. It's $19 to register. Go do it. So I did, and oh my gosh, I became just overwhelmed with inspiration. I had no idea what I was doing before, and it became so clear that I had no idea what I was doing before. Before, my parties consisted of searching Pinterest and looking desperately for infographics and spamming at people, right? But that doesn't have to be the way a party is, where you're desperately searching for things to post, right? You don't really know what's going to catch people's attention, and in all honesty, that's not it. So I took this training with Bree. It changed the face of my business. I was so inspired. 3 days into this 10-day party, I completely gave it a whole overhaul. Completely did a 180 on it. I told everybody this is actually going to be a live portion to this party. I went from 8 guests to 48 guests having joined the event because of what the tag team party peeps recommended in their training, that speaks volumes. I ended that party at $795 in sales. That was my first 3 weeks with Unique. Directly following that party, I sponsored 9 women. 3 of them had been the past hostesses who showed up to my launch and decided to join my organization. That's huge. And you can see the difference from going in unprepared, right, and kind of, not really doing quite as well as going in with this training from women who have been doing this and teaching me how, and then it turned around. I hit pink that month, so 3 weeks in I hit pink. My ending sales for my very first month, because of the tag team party peeps, I'm going to give them so much credit for this, was about 1,600 PRS. So if you're sitting here right now at white, if you're sitting here right now at yellow status, and you don't have anyone on your team, or maybe you have 1, or maybe you have 2, And you're sitting here going, how is it possible that in 1 month's time I can go from I just registered or I'm yellow with no team members to pink? I'm telling you it's possible in 3 weeks' time. Be thorough, do your training, go on in to Team Nourished and join the team challenge. We are, it's past bedtime, forgive me. We are doing a booking challenge. We're going pairing up, teaming up, going face to face, face off, if you will. Honey, you want to take him back to bed? Give me just 1 second.
You guys can pair with me if you want. It's okay. I understand. It'll be fun.
I have no idea what I just did.
It's okay. It's okay. She's busy at the moment. It's okay. I understand. I'm a mommy. So, what do you think so far?
I actually bought the training before it was ever on Team Nourish, so like I
really?
bought the party peeps.
I did too. I've got it.
I don't know why my face is up here and not yours.
You know, it's funny because I see mine and I don't see yours.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I see yours in the big one, but not down here.
Okay. Forgive me.
Welcome back!
Consider that an intermission. Okay. That's my moment. Okay. So, yes. Team Nourished, February Team Challenge. You just go in, if you haven't already, say, I challenge a Y sister, and I will pair you up with a woman. You guys can go for booking. All right. Part of this challenge is that in order to qualify, with the main prize being the Diva Light, I'm not kidding. The Diva Light is amazing. With that being the prize, part of the challenge is that you must take the training. So booking. Go ahead.
I have a question. Because me and Rachel were just talking about this. What if we already have purchased it and have already done the training?
You're square, man.
I didn't know if we had to, like, go back over it, take notes.
If you know what you're doing because you've taken your training, if you have already been in and checked out the you're
on jet, dude.
What now?
I said you're on jet.
Oh, am I back?
You're back.
Oh.
You're back.
Okay. If you've taken the training, if you've gone to the Video Beauty Bar in the team files and checked it out, if you have created your own mock, this is not part of the guidelines. Create a mock layout, an event, so that you can literally copy and paste in your parties. But oh my gosh, it'll save your life. It's one time to do, and then all you do is copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
I do have
so easy.
I do have a question because I know some of my girls have been a little worried about, or not really worried, but you know, they're not too much used to PayPal, and part of the team training is make the purchases for your customers. You get the list of what they want, and you make the purchase yourself using the money that they send you via PayPal. Do you do that?
What training is that?
That's via.
That's not in. Go ahead.
That's in the tag team training.
You don't have to do that.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know if that's part of what you did or not.
No. No. I sent them the link and they ordered themselves. I'll do that for flash sales. In fact, I don't even prefer PayPal. I have people, especially in flash sales, I have them send me money on Messenger because it's free and it's actually more secure than PayPal. PayPal has been hacked.
I hate PayPal. I won't lie. I hate PayPal.
They charge you and they're not secure. People get their PayPal accounts hacked all the time. Facebook Messenger is currently the platform to send, and it's free.
Wow.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you, Angela, create your mocks on your computer?
Okay, so my mock is on Facebook. And if you go create your own, you can create an event, you can create a group. If you create a group or an event, you have to add one other person as your husband, add your best friend, whatever, it doesn't matter, just to get the thing open. Super great, add me. So you just do that, and then you completely create a layout so that you can.
It's okay.
Yeah, we all have kids.
Yep, we understand. We understand.
Okay, so yeah. Will you do me a favor and mute your microphone while I explain this? I keep getting feedback. I'm so sorry. I can record for everybody.
You're good.
Okay. So I create the group or the event. I have mine in a group, which is fine. It doesn't matter. It's for your eyes only. I set it to private, and then I can, once I have everything laid out, you can literally copy the word usage, the verbiage, into your parties. You know the layout. So this is post 1. I know this is post 1. I'm going to copy that verbiage. This is a picture that I've taken. It's probably of me or my lashes. I try not to use other people's pictures or infographics, anything from corporate. That's an ad, and people aren't attracted to it. So I follow that tag team method, but I incorporate myself far more. And I can just take those pictures and paste them there. So you literally can copy and paste using 2 different tabs. And with videos, there are various different things you can do. Amy Batten, an example, she has her videos, and thank God for it, because I've been doing it the hard way, and I'm not doing it the hard way anymore. Amy Batten takes her videos and she uploads them to her business page. This is brilliant. All of her party videos are on her business page. What this means is she shares it directly from her business page. People watch it and they like it, and they tend to go to her business page and like her business page because it's connected to that. So in this event, in this party, in this beauty bar, whatever you want to call it, they are being exposed to her business page, and then it's uploaded once and done. Otherwise, upload time, especially from a computer, sometimes can be up to hours, and that is horrible if you want a good resolution. So once and done. If you don't have a business page, some women don't. Okay, if you don't, Sarah Crawford, Purple Status Presenter, has created herself another Facebook profile. It's a public profile, and she got on there, exact same Facebook picture, and she uploaded all of her party videos to public. So she uses her normal profile to go to her sidekick profile, if you will, and she'll share from there into publicly into her parties. I think Amy's method is fantastic. She shared that with me just last night, and it's definitely going to be the method I take from now on and save myself a whole lot of time.
She shared that one with me too, and I've been using it. It's amazing because it just sends people straight to your business page.
Absolutely. So from here, parties, obviously, that's what we're talking about. So you hear me say all the time, be thorough in your training, and we've obviously just tackled that department, and you now understand how incredibly important it is. You've seen my history before it, and you've seen my history after. I still want to add in that even with it, even in my second month, I was doing my second month, because that was my second month was when I hit green. I was doing 5 to 7 parties a week minimum. My biggest month, and I wanted it bad. You don't have to run this hard, girls. You really, really don't. This was my choice as a presenter. It's always in our court what we do. They say the best option is to always have 5 parties going at one time, and guess how easy that is when you can just copy and paste, right? It's like nothing. And then when people comment, then you can go comment back, right? You can go interact with them. But 5 parties at one time, that means one party closes, get another party going, so you can book them that way. So we're moving on to booking. You guys, booking seems kind of intimidating sometimes, right? Especially you hear booking blitzes. Oh my gosh, hundreds of women I have to reach out to all at once. But it doesn't have to be that way. If we reach out to 10 women a day, that's it. Just 10 women a day. 2 things are going to come from this. One, it's not as grueling. It's not as intense. And 2, you may find that you may want to switch up your word usage. You may go back and read it that evening or the next day that you sent to these 10 women. And decide, because there's a lot in wording. Oh wow, maybe I want to change that a little bit. That sounds a little bit different than what I intended to say, whatever it may be. If you're looking for booking verbiage, go into the team files and Team Nourished. There's literally, it's called Simple Booking Verbiage. You can find it there. And you can use that as a foundation to either copy it literally as it is or work with. So just 10 a day until you really get your parties booked. Now for this February challenge, you might want to go on a blitz. You might want to do 25, 30 a day. You might want to do more. Super great. Georgia. um, this is why Georgia and I get along. So yeah, you may want to. I'm gonna. It's like, heck yeah. Get it. But from there, what's going to happen is that you're booking from parties. You're not constantly going to forever need to reach out to 10 women a day, because once you get these bookings on the books, you're going to go to these parties, and the goal can be 3 parties booked from each party. Now that's when networking comes in. So first is booking. So we have our booking. Next is networking. If you're curious, how do I network in parties? Head to Team Nourished. I just made a post about it yesterday, and I can get it bumped. In fact, I also put it in the team files. So it explains how you can network authentically within parties. But the goal within parties can be, I want to book 3 parties from each party. Now, you might not always do that. Maybe you'll only book 1. Maybe you'll book 6. But the goal can be 3 parties from each party. And you can incentivize. You can say to your hostess, hey, I have a goal, and I would love to help you help me reach it. And in so, I'm going to give you $20 in free product from the line. Or something Georgia said, which is fantastic, she goes to dollar stores, and she gets cute little makeup bags that don't cost her very much. But that makeup bag can be hers with a lip gloss in it if you want.
Dollar Tree.
Woo! If you want to put the cherry on top, you can stick the lip gloss.
Bath salts. They have makeup bags. They have the little brush makeup holders, like the acrylic, like nice looking makeup holders, like the little cozy socks that have the aloe in them. Stuff that you think you would spend more money on than you do. They have it all at the Dollar Tree.
Yes, absolutely. That's so good. And you can even say, 3 parties booked from your party, and I have a pampering package that I've created special for you. I'm sorry, I'm happening again. I'm so sorry. I get super easily distracted. So yes, you can incentivize by saying, hey, I am going to offer your hostess this when 3 of you confirm a booking, and you'll get the same when people book from your party, plus all those hostess rewards. So you can help people book from the party. And so you can see that you're not having to consistently do these crazy booking blitzes, because it falls in naturally that when you're booking and networking, more parties are going to come from them. Something else that's a natural progression is the sales and sponsoring. So you hear me say, be thorough in your training, book, network, sell, sponsor, repeat. But as you could see when I was talking about my first month with Unique, at the end of that month I had 9 presenters in my downline. That happened because I was partying. It was a natural progression of having the bookings on the books and networking in them. People get to know you. You already are sharing the products by the methods that you've learned in your training, and then they're going to buy. They're going to fall in love with it. They're going to host. Some of them are going to end up becoming presenters in your downline. Following up is really important. In the team files, again, in Team Nourish, there probably isn't something that you're not going to be able to find in there. In there, you're going to find follow-up verbiage and who you follow up with. Who do I follow up with? Do I follow up with people that didn't buy? Do I follow up with people who said they were going to go and then they didn't show up? Do I follow up with people who did? How do I follow up with them? It's all in there.
I do want to interject real quick and just throw out there the Fempire Nourished website, because it's amazing, and it's got all of this on it. It's got the trainings. It's got pretty much everything you need on there. You just have to go on it.
And step 5, which is the Tag Team Party Peeps training, and step 9, which is the Tag Team Party Peeps hostess coaching, in the pinned post in Team Nourished, are going to lead you directly to that site. So that's where you're going to land. So after you take your hostess coaching, after you take your Tag Team Party Peeps training, take a second and explore the website. Super great. Okay. I have everything written out, and otherwise I get all Angela sidetracked. Okay, so planting seeds. I want to show you. Now, this is something else that leads to that sponsoring. When people order from you, when people order from me, this is what I send them. So I want to make sure that you can see it. This is what I send to people in parties, one-on-one, in a private message. I send this to them so that they can know a few things, and I'll outline that in just a second. That's my happy dance I do each and every time I get an order. I just want to say, mwah, thank you so much. This business and your order means so much to me. It is literally the backbone. Parties are the backbone of my business, and you having ordered and contributing to that, it means so much to my family. This is how we pay the mortgage. This is how I make my van payment each and every month. The fact that you're contributing to that and to my family, it means a lot to us, and I just need you to know that. I need you to know how grateful I am for you, and how excited I am for your hostess. She is now also close to her goals because you have contributed. So thank you so much. You are amazing and wonderful. Mwah. So that was a thank you. It was personal. She saw my smiling face and my enthusiasm. She got to know me a little bit, but also I planted seeds, or rather, and additionally, I planted seeds. I let her know this is how I pay my mortgage. This is how I make my van payment. And maybe this is not how you pay your mortgage, but you know what? Maybe this is how you afford date night. Maybe this is how you are planning your husband's retirement. You can say that. Maybe this is how you put your daughter into ballet lessons.
Notching down on those bills.
Yes, absolutely. This is how, you pay your bills. Even if it's a smaller bill, that's okay. You can say that. You have something that this business contributes to, right? And so you are letting her know that this business contributes financially to your life. So one, she's knowing that she is contributing financially to your family, so she has a personal connection to you. She's going to be connected to you as her presenter, and she's going to want to maintain that. The other thing that this does is plants that seed in there for sponsoring, because that you don't say to her, you want this, you want this. She says that to herself, ooh, I want that. I want this to make my van payment. I want this to pay my mortgage. That's pretty cool. She parties, and this is what happens. This is going to lead to sponsoring, planting those seeds. And say the same thing to your hostess. Thank you so much for your party. Your party brought in, X amount for my family, and that is so special that, you're going to help me pay my grocery bill next week, or for my gas this month. That's amazing. You're amazing. Thank you. Again, hostesses, 3 out of 4 led to new presenters. Okay, I want to say one more time. Oh, you know what? And in-home events. So we've talked a lot about online because that's what I know. That's what I know. But that is not the only way. In-home events are fabulous, and they're going to apply the exact same way. You want to network in your in-home events. You want to book more events from your in-home events. You want to do some studying and some training up. There's lots of in-home. I don't have a lot on Team Nourish because I'm not familiar with it. I can bump post that I have done YouTube trainings for different types of in-home parties, catalog parties, different various parties. And your upline, Georgia, loves her in-home parties, so I know she's going to have tips for you. Reach out to her, and she'll be able to point you in the right direction and give you the guidance you need if that's something you want to delve into. I want to say it again before I wrap up. You're gonna have flops. You're gonna have lots of flops. My second month, when I hit green, again, I can't even tell you, it was much more than 30 parties. It was the month of August. I had more than 30 parties that month. I rocked out hard, and I will be completely honest when I say I am sure that 3/4 of them didn't even qualify. But the ones that did, they more than qualified. The ones that didn't qualify, some of them had 0 in sales. Some of them that had 0 in sales had a whole bunch of interaction, and then nobody bought anything. Like, what the heck, right? Some of them that had a whole lot in sales had no interaction. I was sure they were going to be flops. I could have just walked away halfway through, thrown up my hands, and said, this is horrible, it's going nowhere, and given up. But you follow through with your parties because you never know what's going to come from it. You never know what's going to come from the follow-up and from the networking that's going to be made, because that is key. That networking and connecting with women is more important than what you might consider a flop because of not qualifying or even having $0 in sales. I promise, don't stop because it flops. You can have 10 flops in a row. The Carol Lewis Newton method, all right? I followed to a T how she did it 18 times before I didn't quit, all right? I adjusted. I reevaluated what's going to work for me, what's going to ensure that I can network comfortably in my parties, and what I'm more comfortable with, and I melded it with something that did work for me. 18 times. Now, maybe I probably should have said, maybe like 9 times, okay, I need to adjust this, but I didn't. I am stubborn like that. You don't have to go all Rogue Angela style. Don't quit. If you find something maybe after 10, 15 parties, okay, I've had 0 in sales, 15 parties, don't quit. Evaluate, reevaluate, come back, consider a game plan, create a new or an updated or a melded outline, and keep going. Because if I had stopped after those 4 parties that seemingly were flops, Georgia may not even be here right now. You may not even be here right now, at least not on my team. And that's a horribly sad thought for me because I think you guys are awesome and it's amazing being able to work with you. Don't quit. Don't. That's the one thing. Just don't quit. So. Yay.
Oh, you got me in the feels. You got me in the feels. But yeah, you're hard-headed like I am. I swore up and down the online party is not going to beat me. It's not going to beat me. But awesome. I've taken lots of notes, and I'm going to share these with my ladies. I'm going to throw these up here. Wait, let me back up a little bit so that you can see it for a few minutes. Since this is being recorded, you can pause it or whatever. I don't know how the recording goes, so.
I have to stop the broadcast. It's going to be on my channel on YouTube forever. You guys, again, bring it back to the beginning. Campaign for pink, running for pink. That's the goal. And now we just outlined how.
Parties. Don't give up.
And hey, let me give you a Diva Light, you guys. Let me give you that. Go get it.
Yes. Give them that Diva Light. It's mine. I'm sorry, guys. It's mine. I love you.
Do either of you have any questions for anything I just rambled off, or additions? Georgia, if you not have a question, but maybe something you wanted to add on to?
If you want to do in-home parties, the thing that works best for me is keep it personal. I've tried the parties where you're standing at the front of the room, you're across the room from them. It's awkward. It's awkward for them. It's awkward for you. My biggest piece of advice is if you are going to do in-home parties, kitchen table, small dining room table, a table at a coffee shop. That way you're close. You don't have to bring everything. If you have all the powder colors, bring those. You don't have to have all the colors. We have pictures that shows you, okay, this is good for if you have light skin with pink, yellow, neutral undertones, medium, etc., etc., etc. So you don't have to bring a lot. I actually like the idea of bringing your personal presenter's kit. Now, I got a different presenter's kit, but I bring the presenter's kit that we have now. And that way, I post it up, and people can see exactly what's in that presenter's kit. So if they do want to take the $99 leap, which is cheaper than all of our other collections, and get a little money on the side, they know exactly what it looks like, exactly what's in there, and they get to play along, if that makes sense. I do have a catalog. I do not hand it out. I don't hand out catalogs during my presentation because it takes their mind off of me because they're flipping. And that will actually take sales away from you. I give everybody a piece of paper with a wish list, and as they're going through it, they write down the things that they really like. And when I say something that they really like, they say love it, and they get a Diva dollar because I'm the super makeup diva. And also, whenever I do a letter game. Now, a lot of people do letter games where they have to pull something out of their purse with the start of the letter. I just do, say, the first word that you can think of that starts with that letter. But me saying my letter gives me a possibility to say a little bit about the company. So Y for unique, F for unique foundation, Q for quality, G for guarantee, the Love It Guarantee. So that lets them know a little bit more. It gets them involved so they want to play along and get these diva dollars. And they're really paying attention. And then at the end of the party, I hand out their catalogs, and they've already gotten what they want on that list, so they can easily find it instead of going through the catalog. I'm like, oh, what was that I wanted? I know it was in here somewhere. But that's how I do it. I keep it personal. I keep it fun. I talk about the stupid things I did when I was in high school, like getting drunk and doing a crazy flip over a fire and jumping off of a bridge. I keep it real. I do not sugarcoat it. I don't, well, ladies, this foundation is perfect if you have oily skin, and this is perfect if you have dry skin. And be like, guys, if you're super oily like me, go ahead, blot it off, go with the powder or the liquid foundation. Keep it close and make it personable. And that's pretty much all I have to add, because in-home parties are super fun. And now it's really awkward because I can't hear either of you.
Okay, sorry, I I love that. I love all of that.
Oh, did I make you cry?
Oh, funny. Rachel, do you have any questions with the things that you heard talked about?
I don't think so. I actually have my first home party coming up on the 20th, and I'm completely nervous. So, that helped. Hearing what she does. I've already had the tag team party peeps training. I'm in your video training. Yeah, the only thing that I have a question about is how do you do the Facebook Messenger like payments? Because I always do PayPal, and so you have me a little scared when you're telling me that it's not secure.
No, it's been hacked, is what it is. It's been lots of times people have had their PayPal accounts hacked. So with Facebook Messenger payments, if you go to your Facebook Messenger, you have to have the Messenger app. There's just going to be a little dollar symbol. If there's not, there's going to be a little side-lying rectangle with 3 dots in it, so that's what you'll click on, and then you'll see payments. So either click on that or the dollar symbol that's right there. It's going to ask you, you have to be in a one-on-one private message with someone, so say I wanted to send you $20. I'd click on it. It's going to ask me how much I want to send Rachel. I'm going to put in $20, and then it's going to prompt me to put in my card information. It has to be a debit card, so your card that links to your bank account, because it's taken directly from that. It cannot be a credit card. We're not charging payments here. And then it links securely to your account. So it's just like if you were to get on Amazon and put in your card information to pay, then your card pays. And then the receiving person clicks on it, and then they link theirs, and it deposits.
Sweet.
It's pretty easy. Oh, and one more thing, since you're about to do your in-home party. Now, one thing that I always tell my ladies is if you want to do snacks and drinks, $5 Little Caesars pizza and a box of wine, because the cheaper and easier it is to provide, the more likely other people are going to go, oh, this is really easy. I want to do this because this is super easy and cheap. Fuck yeah, $5. Oh, sorry. Heck yeah, $5 pizza. And then a box of wine. It's only like $10. And then you're kind of fancy because you're drinking wine, and people are like, oh, I drink some booze. Here's my credit card. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. People are a little more likely to buy when they've been a little bit imbibed. But
well, and you know, even I've heard that some women have done non-alcoholic, and that even just the feel of sitting around drinking with girls
yes,
gets you giggly high. It's a natural endorphin release. So whether they actually have the alcohol or not, you're
Yep.
hanging in that vibe, and that floods you. And then, hey, let's do it. It feels good. It feels right.
It does.
Because it is right.
Girl power.
Heck yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for letting me talk with your team, Georgia and Rachel. I'm really glad you could join us.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you guys.
I'll go search for it so I can share it later.
Absolutely. Sounds great. All right, you guys. I will talk to you later.
All right.
Bye,
Deuces.
Angela.